Well, there we go, guys. What a way to start a trip. Mist just slowly burning off the fields. Tried one swim there, definitely chub in there taking. Come down to this one, overgrown bank that's a bit false. Cracking bite first cast on the bread flake. Got this beautiful summer chevin. Now, in my opinion, that is easily a winter 6, but you can see she's hollow. She's £5, 7 ounces of wonderful summer chevin. Taking on that little Advanta ambush rod. That's the 5-foot rod. Could have done with a longer rod in that swim, to be honest, but still got her out the marginal snag and cover. What a glorious fish. Beautiful looking. Cracking. Happy days. Let's get her slip back. Cracking. Look at that for a pristine, proud dorsal juvenile perch. Just hit that as I was retrieving it. Lovely markings. Go on, low. Come on. Not bad chub from a real nip one pill on spot. There we go. Hairy old spot that. Fed this spot. Went and fished another spot and fed this spot with nice light and regular offerings of maggots. Come back, trundle the link ledger through with the lobworm on. Instant result. They really have been tricky since I had that first good fish. Tried a few swims, but as you would expect, this time of the year is always a funny one because on rivers like this you get a lot of nutrients from the sewage works, you get a lot of weed growth, a mixture of weed growth, and the actual runs that I'd like to fish are fairly well choked, which is why, to be fair, late autumn, winter time, after you've had the first few frosts and a few flush throughs with heavy rainfall, it can be a lot easier to target all those runs, and you do get a lot more to fish spots wise, you know, and swims in general, you get a lot more to go for. And yeah, so today it has been tricky. I've tried a few weed runs where they've been quite choked, and it's been very hard to present a bait, and plus the actual chub haven't been willing to come out from the cover, which is why I thought this spot would be a good shout, and it certainly has been. Well, there we go, another warrior. Got some predation marks there. Looks like it's had a run-in with either a cormorant or the dreaded otter. Yeah, cracking scrap. Never say no to a tight swim. You just never know what you'll be rewarded with on a trip where the weed runs are so choked, very hard to present a bait, and also on a trip where the chub are definitely enjoying the safety of cover, and that's why I tried that very tight swim. Trickle maggots prior, dropped a worm in there, run it underneath the cover, bang. What a scrap, and what a cracking character and build this fish has got to it. Anyway, happy days, especially after it had been tough going after that lovely earlier fish. Anyway, let's get it slipped back. Well, I'm all packed up, going to be heading off home. Could stay a bit longer, fishing to evening, but yeah, going to be heading off. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. I hope you've enjoyed the vista, the fish, and just the enjoyment of a guy roving and sharing his enjoyment on a small, intimate waterway. Now, yeah, I mean, summertime's a funny one because you've got all the weed growth, and it is cyclic at times. You get years on certain rivers where you get more weed than others, and this year on this particular waterway is a lot of weed. In fact, in places you can't drop a bait in. There isn't even a tiny gap in places. You could actually walk across the weed. So that obviously does limit your choice for getting into swims, and does make you have to really work at it, which I've had to do today, as you've seen. I had that good fish though very early on, or reasonably early on, and then it did go a little bit tricky. Then I had that nice little hole area and just dropped a nice little link-leisured worm under there after having fed it prior with a few reasonable helpful handfuls, should I say, a few reasonable handfuls of maggots sprinkled along there, and yeah, picked up that second fish, which was really welcome. So can't complain. That last spot had that small chub and a small perch from there, but yeah, that's a nice looking spot. I think that will produce. But that is the thing on small waterways, you know, autumn, late autumn, winter time, first frosts, first floods, flush through, you get a lot of choice of swims then, and tell you what, they've got the fish haven't got anywhere to hide then. You can get at them a lot easier. As I say, you've got a lot more scope for dropping into various spots because all the foliage, the weed growth has all died back. But I do also, regardless of that, like both ends of, you know, fishing for chub, be that summertime, be that winter time. They both offer different challenges, and the fish fight different from summertime to autumn and winter. So yeah, it's been a tricky trip, but very, very, very rewarding, I've got to say. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I'm going to be heading off home, and it's been a pleasure to be able to share this video with you, and always a pleasure to have your guys' support on the Fishing for Memories channel. Anyway, I'm absolutely starved. Just before I go, I'll tell you why I'm absolutely starved. Brought myself a beef sandwich. Had that second fish. Got my line caught, as you saw when I was landing the fish. Got my line caught a bit, and afterwards, after I flicked it off, I got it caught again on the same plant. Got my hands, pulled on it, seed pods, etc. You can probably see, anyone who knows their plants knows where we're going. And I was happy with that fish, slipped it back, then decided to bite down on a sandwich. And I thought to myself, you idiot, what are you doing? Because something in me remembered, funny smell on the plant, smelt like carrots. Got an app on my phone to double checked it, and it is hemlock. And I think to myself, you just touched all that and broke the seed pods. So I ended up throwing away my sandwich, spitting out my sandwich, rinsing my mouth out with with fruit juice, and yeah, nearly scaring myself. But obviously with the hemlock, I know you can poison yourself from eating the seed pods, or some people that are very sensitive, you can get dermatitis. You do have to eat around 4 to 6, I think it's 4 to 6 or 6 to 8 leaves, or to actually poison yourself. But you know, it depends how susceptible and healthy you are in the first place as well. And I do tend to always forget myself when I'm on marshy areas, a river or lakes, that I always at times tend to get my cow parsley mixed up between my hemlock, which I shouldn't do, but I do at times. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting home because I'm bloody hungry. said this guy. Anyway, I'm waffling. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Tricky but rewarding. 2 cracking chub, and beautiful, intimate, nooks and cranny style bit of river fishing and watercraft. Till my next video. Take care, guys. Goodbye.